So, when was your first show?
My first show was in high school. I was doing my first official real comedy show was in high school. We had to do a fundraiser for the Black Student Association, and I was friends with all the black kids, and I was in the association, even though I was brown.
So you thought you were black?
No, but I was friends with all the black people, which was
cool. Did you ever feel like you had to be black?
No. I always
You know how it's been stereotyped that Indians kind of think that they're black sometimes?
I don't know who you hang out.
Hey, Kanye West said it.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
No, well, not me. I mean, you see the way I dress. I'm wearing Converse. What are these called? They're called, hold on, they're called...
They're from Walmart?
No. They're Chuck Taylor Converse. The Chuck Taylor Converse, I'm wearing Levi's jeans and an American Apparel t-shirt. There's nothing whiter right now happening on this body than this. So I never thought
so back to your first show.
I was 19, I think. So it was like CJEP. It was CJEP. It was in between high school and university. We had this program in Quebec. It's sort of like high school for you. So the Black Student Association, I did a fundraiser, but they couldn't afford a comedian. So they knew me as the funny guy in school, and they said, "Do you want to do it? We're going to put on a comedy show. We're going to charge $3, and we're going to raise some money for the association. We're broke." I said, "All right, let's do it." So we did it.
For those of our listeners that don't know what CJEP is, because this does air in the States, could you explain to them?
Yeah, it's between high school and university. It's like a 2-year prep program. You have to do it in Quebec. That's what CJEP is. So anyways, that's the gist of it. It's boring. It's a waste of time. And so, we did this.
Bad relationship advice and bad educational advice.
So this is we did the fundraiser, and it was lunchtime, and we sold 400 tickets.
Oh wow!
400 tickets. I did a show for an hour.
Were you in your underwear?
No. That would have sold more tickets. That would have sold the 800 tickets. It was 400 tickets, an hour-long show. I made the front page of the paper, and from there on, the career counselor introduced me to the comedy club owner in town, who was his friend. Okay. And he said, "You got to put this kid up." He put me up. From there on, that was it. I was in the business.
And this was in Montreal?
This was in Montreal, yeah. In Montreal.
So you started off in Montreal?
Started off in Montreal, which was a good place to start, because Just for Laughs is there. It's the biggest comedy festival in the world. It's the biggest comedy producers in the world. So I think it was a blessing being there, because they started hearing about me and then started putting me on, a few years ago. And my career just took off from there. Then it went to another level. It was like, it's sort of it's being discovered. It's like being discovered in comedy. If they see you and they put you on, it can do so much for your career. And from there on, I mean, all the big managers signed me. I got the craziest team behind me from doing that. Now I've got like probably the best of the best. Everybody who's on my team is probably the best in their field. And to have that, all came from Just for Laughs.
What's up with your name, Sugar Sammy?
I'm actually a fugitive from I owe tons of money to the mob. No, actually, I was in university while I was still trying to be a comic and struggling for a few years, and I was paying my tuition fees by throwing parties there. I was a party promoter, so I was throwing the biggest parties, and eventually it went from being the biggest parties on campus to the biggest parties in Montreal. So I was voted #1 promoter in the city for like 3-4 years in a row. And so all these girls would invite, because I always invite the hot girls, because the rule of any good party is get all the hot girls in, have them drink it, and then all the guys come and pay. So I used to invite, So I used to invite the hottest girls.
Never go to Sugar Sammy's party.
So I used to invite all the hottest girls, man, in the city, and then they started calling me Sugar Sammy, and then it stuck. When I made the full-time switch to comedy, I kept it because so many people would follow me to my comedy show, to my promotions, to my events, and it was always called Sugar Sammy Presents. That eventually was such a great marketing move, an easy move to just use that name in comedy. People knew I was, and just tons of people came.
So what's your real name?
Samir Kular.
Samir Kular.
Yeah, but no one's called me that since a long time ago. Since way before you were born.
But that's where Sammy stemmed from.
Sammy. But and now everybody's calling me Sam. And we're going back to my real name slowly. Okay. Sam Kular. That's why this tour is Sam Kular is Sugar Sammy. That's the title of this tour.
I didn't know that.
Yes, well, you gotta do your homework, girl. You've been drinking too much.
Too many Cosmos at 4 p.m.
I know.
That's right.